Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, thanks for stopping by. My name's Tolu, and on this channel I share content all around personal finance, budgeting, frugal living, and I show you how to live your best life on a budget. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back to watch another video. So in today's video, guys, what I'm going to be doing is talking to you all about the results of my goals in which I had set myself for 2020. We're literally on the cusp of a new year. At the time in which this video goes up, we're going to be hours away from saying Happy New Year. But what I wanted to do in this video is really just take time to reflect over the goals in which I set myself for the year. But in addition to talking about my goals and reviewing my goals, what I also wanted to do is share with you how I set my goals for the new year. In my recent video where I shared all about how to set financial goals, one thing I didn't do in that video is really bring the balance for you guys. So when I'm setting my goals, I don't just set them in one area of my life. I set them to cover all different areas and dimensions of my life so that my goals are balanced and I'm not giving myself too much to one area and neglecting another. So in that video where I spoke all about SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and timely goals, I didn't talk about Ziglar's wheel of life, which is the second piece of the puzzle really when it comes to goal setting. So when you're setting your goals and you're saying, yes, these are the SMART goals I want to achieve, make sure you cover all areas of your life. So Ziglar, he has his thing called the wheel of life, and the wheel of life basically presents the 7 areas of our life that make up who we are basically, and these are the 7 areas of life in which we should set our goals according to. So not just saying I'm going to have these financial goals, but make sure we have goals for these 7 different areas. So the 7 areas are family, physical, financial, spiritual, intellectual, career and social. So those 7 areas are the areas in which we need to make sure we set our goals according to. So for every single one of those areas in which I've just listed, try and set at least one goal according to those different titles so that you have a bit of a balance when it comes to your life in 2021. With that being said, in this video I'm not going to go over all my goals across the 7 different areas because I don't think it's all relevant to this channel, because obviously this channel is about personal finance. So I'm going to talk about the goals in which I set myself that were to do with career, financial and intellectual, but just for yourself and for future reference and for when you're setting your goals for the new year. It's definitely worth considering setting those goals against Zig Ziglar's wheel of life. And if you've already set your goals, have a look at the goals that you've set yourself so far and see if there's any areas in which you've missed out that you haven't set any goals for, and try and fill in those blanks. First thing I'm going to look at is my career goals, and what I didn't do is set any goals for my employer. I only set goals for my side hustles and things that I was doing for myself. And it's funny that I was made redundant earlier this year, so I guess it's a good thing that I didn't put on my list like, yeah, get a promotion at work, because that would be quite sad now to reflect over the fact that I'd set myself the goal of a promotion and instead lost my job. The goals that I did set myself were all around my blog and my YouTube channel and how I wanted to grow my different social media platforms. So I'm just going to run through the list and let you know how I did against each one of those things that were on the list. Okay, so for YouTube, my first goal was that I was going to have 1,000 subscribers by September and then 5,000 subscribers by December. I don't know why I thought I was going to grow it like by 4,000 in the space of a few months, but I was thinking it will compound. So I was thinking, okay, if it's taken me 8 months to get 1,000 subscribers, then yeah, it will compound by then. 5,000 is a realistic goal to hit by Christmas. But here we are at the end of December and I'm not even on 2,000 subscribers. So I didn't hit that 5,000 subscribers goal, unfortunately, but hopefully I'll be able to get closer to 5,000 in 2021. Another goal in which I set for my YouTube channel was to upload 100 videos to YouTube, and I can say that yes, I achieved that goal. In fact, I more than achieved that goal. So when this video goes up, I would have officially posted 103 videos in 2020. So on my channel there'll be a total of 105 videos at the time this video goes up, because I uploaded 2 videos last year and 103 videos this year. Yeah, that's actually mad. Like when I think about it, I still can't believe actually I've uploaded so many videos this year. But thank you guys for sticking with me. Thank you for my subscribers, new and old. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you haven't yet given this video a thumbs up, now's a great time to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed, so that you can help me get closer to reaching that 5,000 goal. Okay, so the next goal I had was 50,000 views by the end of 2020. And guess how many views I've got so far on my channel? I'm actually blown away by this number, to be honest. Like I didn't think I would have got so many views on my channel. And I can actually say thank you to one of my videos in particular that went like semi-viral. That's basically where the biggest proportion of my views have come from. I'm actually planning to do a lot more videos in 2021 all around my YouTube channel, the analytics, things that work, don't work for my channel, because I know there's so many people out there that want that kind of content. I know I benefited from that kind of content before I started my channel, like seeing other people's channels, particularly the ones that were smaller and in the beginning stages, seeing their growth, seeing their journey, seeing behind the scenes. It definitely helped me think that, okay, do you know what, maybe I can do this. Like seeing those channels that have a 1.5 million telling you, oh yeah, you can do it, you can do it. It just seems so out of reach, because it's like, you're there and I'm here, there's no way I can get there. But if I can see somebody that's not at the beginning, but you know, they're on their journey, it's like, okay, maybe I can actually do that, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I'm going to be sharing more of that content with you guys in 2021. So let me know in the comment section below if that's something you'll be interested in seeing. Okay, so the next goal that I had on my list, so I didn't actually say how many views I got in the 2020 on my channel. At the time of recording this video, my channel currently has 73,400 views. So that's 23,400 views more than my goal amount, which is mind-blowing. Like, I'm so pleased with that result. So thank you for every single one of you that have clicked on my videos and are watching my videos. You've helped me more than exceed my goal in terms of watch time and views for this year. Okay, so now moving on to my blog. These are the goals in which I set myself for a blog. So in case you don't know, I have a blog, tollyfrimpong.com, and on that blog I basically share similar content that I do in video format but in text form, in blog form. So I have blog posts all around saving money, budgeting, frugal living, my goals, etc. All that kind of content is all on my blog, so definitely check it out if you haven't yet done so. Also sign up to my mailing list, because in 2021 one of the things that I'm going to be doing is launching my newsletter, where I'm going to be sharing loads of money saving tips, free trackers, free printables, and just loads of content that I think will definitely be helpful to anybody on their financial journey. So definitely check out my blog and subscribe to my mailing list. Again, I'll include a link to the mailing list below actually. So for my blog I set myself 2 goals. So my first goal was to reach 100,000 page views on my blog in 2020. I know, very ambitious goal it was. Let's see how many page views I actually got so far to date, and that's in 2 years, not one. In 2 years I've had a total of 32,053 page views on my blog, so far away from my goal of 100,000, like not even close. But with that being said, my second goal was to publish 104 blogs this year. So pause the video here and take a guess in the comment section below at how many blog posts you think I was able to publish this year. I published a total of 14 blog posts this year. I can't believe it's that low. I just counted it up and I thought it was going to be a little bit higher. I was thinking about 20, but to think I've only published 14 blog posts in the whole year, that's an average of what, 1 point something a month. Yeah, that's not good at all. So in 2021 I definitely need to get more consistent with posting to my blog. If I want to be reaching traffic of over 100,000 page views, then I'm going to need to actually put new content out there, because otherwise there's no way I'm going to reach that goal. It's one thing setting big and bold goals, but you definitely need a plan and a strategy behind how you're going to reach that goal. So me just saying pie in the sky, I'm going to reach 100k views, but then I haven't done a blog post in order to reach those views, then yeah, it's not going to happen. So definitely noted, lesson learned. Next year I'm definitely not going to be publishing such a low amount of blog posts. I definitely want to be a lot more consistent and do blog posts that correspond to the videos in which I'm creating, so the two kind of work succinctly together. Because I know there's people that like video content like yourself watching this, but then equally there's people that actually prefer written content and like reading blog posts, and I like doing both. I enjoy sitting down and recording these videos, but equally I enjoy writing the blog posts too. So definitely next year it's definitely going to be a year of more balance. I want to make sure that I'm doing both and doing both well. Okay, so my passive income goal, I was even skeptical as to whether or not I should write this goal down, because I flopped with it big time. But then equally it's good to see the journey, because it's like, okay, yes, I set myself this big bold passive income goal and I didn't achieve it, didn't come close to it in fact. But equally this time next year, God willing, I am going to be able to reach those goals, and it'll be good to look back and be like, okay, it didn't happen in the first year, why didn't this happen, what went wrong, what could I do better, and how can I make sure I achieve these goals in the following year. And that's basically what I want to try and do, and that's the reason why I'm going to share it in this video, because I could have just deleted it out and just not mentioned the fact that I did set myself a goal for passive income, but then I thought that's not genuine. Let me be real, let me tell you lot what I wanted to achieve, and yeah, let you know what I was able to actually achieve. So in terms of my passive income goal, my goal was to make £24,000, and this was on top of me working my job, because at the time when I set these goals, obviously I was still working. So I was thinking, yeah, if I get my salary and I get an extra 25,000, then I'll be able to reach the goal that we had for paying off 30k of our mortgage. That was the plan, and that's what I wanted to do. But then yeah, it didn't happen. I wasn't able to make 24,000. If I'm honest, I didn't even make £1,000 in terms of passive income in 2020. However, in 2021 it's going to be a different story. I have plans, I have a strategy, and I'm going to put the plan plans in motion in order to achieve my goals for next year. I'm going to be releasing a video in a few weeks actually sharing a breakdown of my financial goals for 2021. So if you want to see that video, then subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss the notification of when that video actually is released. But in that video, I'm going to give a thorough breakdown about my financial goals, how I plan to make passive income and active income, and all the other financial goals that I have in terms of investing, saving, mortgage overpayments, etc. So yeah, stay tuned and subscribe so that you can watch that video in 2021. So moving on to my social media goals, I set myself so many bold goals for social media. So in terms of Instagram, I set myself the goal of 10,000 subscribers. I really wanted to get that swipe up feature this year. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm really hopeful for 2021 I'll be able to reach that 10k target and get that swipe up feature. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Instagram is the one platform I can honestly say that I was very active on this year. I definitely put in the work, but I think what I did a lot of doing and not enough analyzing, so not actually looking at the content that was performing better than other content, asking the people a bit more what they wanted to see. It was just me kind of producing the content I wanted to produce without necessarily asking my audience the content in which they wanted to see from me. So definitely moving forward into the new year, I'd love for you guys to give me more insight into what you want to see on my channel, on my Instagram page, so that I'm sharing the content that is most helpful and beneficial to you. So then it will be a win-win situation. You're getting the content that you want from me, and then I'm getting the growth on my platforms because you guys are enjoying the content. So definitely in the comment section below, please let me know the specific videos that you want to see on my channel in 2021 and the stuff in which you want me to create content around on social media and on my blog too. I definitely have a content plan and things that I want to produce next year because yeah, I'm just full of ideas and there's so much that I want to share. But equally, it'll be good to know what you want to see so that I'm sharing the content that is most useful to you. At the time of recording this video, I'm currently at 4,267 followers on my Instagram page. So if you're not yet following me on Instagram, please go over to Instagram and give my page a follow. My goal was also to reach 10k on Twitter. Now, Twitter is a platform that I've been on for a number of years, but I've just never got to grips with it. Like, I don't know what it is, but I just can't deal with Twitter. I'm just not flowing well when it comes to Twitter. Like, I just don't know what content to really put on there, how to really find my voice on that platform. So that's something I definitely want to explore a lot more in 2021. So I really want to find my voice on Twitter and really be more consistent on there. At the moment, I just use it as a dumping ground and just share content from all my other platforms, but I know that that's not what Twitter wants and that's not how you're going to experience growth on the platform. I know Twitter has its own benefits and it has its own way of communicating in that community. So you need to make sure that whatever the platform you're using, that you're creating content that's relevant to the people on there. Otherwise, people are not going to relate to it or engage with it. Someone that has a marketing background, I know this, but yeah, I don't do it properly when it comes to Twitter. I just kind of pay lip service to it. But in 2021, I definitely want to get on Twitter and really start using it well because I know it's a powerful tool when it's used properly. So deep this year, my goal for Twitter was 10,000 followers. At the time, I probably was on about 300 followers. Now I'm on 393 followers. So 393 versus 10,000 followers, I'm way off the mark. And I think in hindsight, that was a very ambitious goal to think that I was going to reach 10k when I wasn't even on 1k yet. And I'm not doing the work required in order to get to that 10k. I also set the same goal for Pinterest because I know Pinterest is a powerful tool that you can use to drive traffic to your blog. So the two work very well in tandem together when you know what you're doing. Pinterest, I've again paid lip service to it in 2020. I haven't really done much with it. I was really active on it at the start of the year, but I fell off and I haven't really been back to it since. At the start of the year, I was getting reaches of over 100,000. Now I'm down to like 20 something thousand, and it's because I haven't been putting out new pins or following any new boards, etc. So it's like, if you're not doing the work, you're not going to get the results. So definitely, again, in 2021, I'm going to put in a lot more effort when it comes to Pinterest. At the moment, I'm not nowhere near 10,000 followers. I think I'm on, in fact, let me double check, 369 followers. So I currently have 369 followers and my goal was to get 10,000 followers. So again, I'll say that's a big fail. And my final goal was to grow my mailing list to 10,000 followers. I don't know what my thing was with 10,000. I think I just thought, yeah, 10,000 on everything and that would be a mad year. But really and truly, I wasn't being realistic with these goals. At that time, I didn't even have a mailing list when I said I was going to get 10,000 people on this list. This list that I haven't even created. I don't know how I'm going to get people to it, but yeah, I'm just going to get 10,000 in 2020. That's how I was thinking at the end of 2019. New decade, I was thinking, yes, 2020 is just going to be a mad year, but yeah, it didn't go according to plan, as you can see. And I didn't get 10,000 people on my mailing list. My mailing list isn't even at 1,000 people yet. So definitely a lot of work to do there in terms of building this mailing list, because I know ultimately our mailing list is the most valuable tool that we have and the most valuable asset that we have. Because building a platform on YouTube is great, but YouTube could decide tomorrow to delete my channel and then that's it, back to square one. It's definitely important to build a platform for yourself within your own domain that nobody can take from you. I have a more concrete plan for 2021 in terms of how I'm going to build my mailing list. So So hopefully I'll be able to get closer to reaching that 10,000 goal in the new year. But stay tuned and let's watch this journey and see how it all unfolds. But all in all, I guess when we look back over the goals in which I set myself for 2020, I think the biggest lesson I've taken away is that I need to be more smart with my goals. In the same way I'm telling everybody to set smart goals, I need to take my own advice and make sure I'm setting myself smart goals too. Because I think when you don't set smart goals and you don't achieve them, that sense of failure then starts to creep in. Like now I'm talking about all these goals that I flopped on. I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, Tolly, like you actually flopped this year. But then equally, when I take a step back and I reflect over all the wins I've had this year, I'm like, okay, no, actually, yes, I haven't achieved all those things I set out to do on that goal, but equally I've been able to do a lot this year. So I need to still give myself a commendation and a pat on the back. So it's not a case of I flopped this year. I just set myself up for failure by setting myself goals that were just unachievable. So I know moving forward in the new year, my goals are definitely going to be a lot more smart. They're going to be a lot more thought through, and I'm going to have a plan in terms of how I'm going to achieve these goals. And I definitely want to bring you guys more in on this journey. So showing you guys the things that I'm doing to basically build these platforms from the ground up, and any questions that you have, any kind of videos that you want me to create, topics that you want me to cover. As I'm learning, I'm definitely going to share with you guys. So when I mentioned earlier that I've only had 32,000 page views in total on my blog, I'm looking at it as a loss because I haven't reached 100,000 views. But then when I actually take a step back, let me think about this. That's 32,000 clicks on my blog that I wasn't getting when I first launched the blog. When I launched the blog, it was zero, it was crickets. So I definitely have to commend myself on the journey so far and celebrate every win. Like there was a time with my blog that if I got 10 page views in a week, I was gassed. I was like, oh my gosh, I've had 10 visits this week. Now I'm getting 100 to 200 every single day. And it's like, I'm just thinking, oh, I'm not at 5,000 a day, but Tolly, you're on 100 to 200 a day. That's a big achievement. You're getting closer to your goal. Yes, you're not where you want to be yet, but you're further ahead than you were when you started this blog. So definitely appreciate where you are on the journey and don't be too hard on yourself if you're not where you want to be yet. Just celebrate the fact that you haven't given up, that you're making progress and that you're getting there. In terms of intellectual goals, I set myself one main intellectual goal for this year, and that was to read 20 personal finance books and self-development books. I came close to my goal. I actually read 18 personal finance books this year. In order to progress and grow to the levels in which I want to grow, I know that I don't know it all, and in order to learn, I need to read books, I need to learn from other people. In the description box below, I'll include a few links to the different personal finance books that I've really enjoyed this year, and also a couple of personal development ones that I thought were brilliant. In terms of financial goals, there were a couple of financial goals in which I set. So one of them was to save a 3-month emergency fund at the time. So that goal was a combined goal, obviously, with myself and my husband, for us to save £6,000 towards our emergency fund. I think at the time we set that goal, we probably had about 2,000 to 3,000, I want to say, saved already of that emergency fund. The goal was to make it a fully funded 3-month emergency fund. But then obviously once the whole pandemic hit and things just went crazy, we were like, we need more of a safety net. And we then decided to increase it to 6-month emergency fund. And I'm pleased to report that I was able to actually save that 6-month emergency fund. So another financial goal that I set myself was the loose change challenge, and that challenge was just for me to save any loose change that I had throughout the year. So anytime I got change, I would just put it in my piggy bank, and then the goal was at the end of the year, crack open that piggy bank and see how much money I had left in it. And that money that was left in it was basically going to be my Christmas present to myself. I actually did a video where I recorded and shared my opening of the jar and how much money I ended up saving within a year by doing that challenge, and I was actually blown away by how much money I was able to save just by counting coins and collecting loose change. If you're interested in knowing how much I was able to save in a year, then definitely watch it after this video. I'll link it above so you can check it out. So the final financial goal that I had for 2020, which was the biggest one, and it was one again that my husband and I set together, and that was to pay off £30,000 of our mortgage principal in 2020. Even at the time of me setting that goal, I knew it was an ambitious goal, but because I thought I was going to make £24,000 in passive income, I thought, yeah, that would be fine. Like from that 24k, by the time I pay my tax, the balance I can use to pay off the mortgage. And yeah, unfortunately, I didn't make that passive income that I wanted to make, so we didn't pay off as much of the mortgage as we had planned. But having said that, we definitely were able to overpay our mortgage by quite a significant amount. I'm going to talk about that in more detail in a future video, so subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet subscribed, so that you can hear more about our mortgage journey, how much our mortgage is, how much we've paid off, why we want to be mortgage free within the next 6 to 7 years. In terms of how much we ended up paying off from our mortgage principal from that 30k target, I want to say we ended up at around £10,000. I don't have the exact number to hand because at the time of recording this video, I haven't included December's figures yet. But if you follow me over on Instagram, you'll be able to see the tracker where I share exactly how much we've been overpaying our mortgage every single month. So you'll see how much of our payments have come from our standard mortgage payments and how much money we've paid from overpayments, and you'll see the total figure as well. So definitely go follow me over on Instagram if you haven't yet followed me, because yeah, I share a lot more content on a daily basis over there. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and you took something away from it. If you made it this far in this video and you haven't yet given the video a thumbs up, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, tell a friend to tell a friend, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.